Hi and welcome to Watch the Time. I just wanted to do a quick response video to Jory Goodman, the Time Tellers video about TW Steel watches, because this kind of thing really strikes a bit of a nerve with me. These overpriced watches, which are just all based on marketing, and to me these TW Steel watches look like watch gang watches. You know, they're like retail prices of $450, $500, $600 when their actual intrinsic value is minimal. You know, we're talking, I reckon, less than $100 at best, and second hand you're probably talking, I don't know, maybe $50. So I don't like their design. If you like their design and you want one of the watches, that's fine, and you want to pay whatever money they cost, that's fine. I haven't got a problem with that. But I've just got three alternatives here. Two quartzes, because they're mostly quartzes. We've got a Japanese quartz, a Swiss quartz, and also a Japanese automatic. And I just thought these are three options, three great watches, three watches that I own. So I've got my experience with them. They're three watches which are much better value in my opinion. The Monster is probably around a similar price point. The Flighty on the left is probably about half the price of one of the TW Steel watches, and the little Victorinox Swiss watch on the right hand side is a fraction of the cost, and that one I've got sitting there actually cost me less than 20 quid second hand. I think these are three great options. We have a quick look at the first option, which is the quartz offering from Seiko. This is a fairly new watch to me, but I've been wearing this for a while now. It's a really nice size. It looks big, but it's not. It's a quite a small watch. It wears fantastically well on the wrist. It is a quartz, but it's Japanese quartz, so it's deadly accurate and reliable. Lasts for years. It's easy to swap the battery. It comes on a nice bracelet, or you can put it on a, you can fiddle about with it and get it on a nice sort of strap. I've just got it on a cut down NATO, which makes it like a single pass through, like a Zulu kind of strap, and it wears fantastically. I'm just going to pop it on the wrist and show you what this one looks like on the wrist. So there it is, and you can get this watch for about half the price of one of those TW Steels. You've got the Seiko name and branding, and I just think this is a great quartz watch for not a huge amount of money. You can flip it, you'll pretty much get most of your money back for it. They do seem to hold their value pretty well. This one is looking fantastic on this strap, I think, and yeah, I think this is a great option over a TW Steel. So next I'm going to talk about the another little quartz, and they go on about on the TW Steel website about it being Swiss made, and like that's a a fantastic thing, and yeah, being Swiss made is good, but the Swiss quartz movements are not expensive. They're not complicated. They're accurate. They're reliable. They're robust. So they're good movements. But this watch here, I don't know how much these are. No, they're not that expensive. This is just a little quartz field watch. It is a proper Swiss Army watch. It is water resistant to 100 meters. It's got a screw down case back. It's got some decent lume on it. It's very simple, very plain. You've got a little date complication down there at the bottom. It's quite a small watch, so it's good for someone with a slender wrist. Wears really nicely. It's lightweight, it's comfortable, it disappears on the wrist. I'll just put it on and show you. There you go on the wrist. Just a nice little quartz watch, and so I picked this one up second hand for 20 quid mainly because it has got a little bit of an issue that, as you can see there, a little bit of the lume has actually flaked off of the hour hand, but I guess perhaps this watch has spent too much time in the sun, or it's had a bit of a hard life. But I just took it apart and took the little bit of lume out, and I quite like it. It's quite a nice little watch, but it's not an expensive watch. It's a fraction of the cost of this TW Steel, and you can pick them up second hand for next to nothing, and you've got a Swiss Army watch on your wrist as well. So great little quartz watch, Swiss made. Just because it's a Swiss made quartz doesn't mean to say it should demand a high price. So let's move on to the automatic option in this little threesome. So here's my third option. If you want to pay similar money to what you would spend on a TW Steel watch, this is a fully automatic. So we've got a mechanical movement which winds by the movement of your wrist. It hand winds, it hacks, it's got a screw down case back with a tsunami wave on it, really chunky steel case. It's got a screw down crown, again really chunky. So we just pop the crown out, You've got hand winding, it hacks. You know, we've got a really nice Seiko forearm movement in this watch. Fantastic loom, absolutely stunning loom on these watches. You've got this real nice bezel with a lovely action with a timer on it. Works really nicely. You've got this steel shroud around it. So I've kind of gone for this because the TW steel watches sort of are big in-your-face watches, and this is a big in-your-face watch. But because it's a Seiko, you know, you've got your drilled lugs. Look at the way the bracelet hangs there. It makes it wear really nice. Comes on a beautiful steel bracelet, 4 micro adjusts, a safety clasp, then a double pusher. There's that bit there is a dive extension. This is a certified air diver, so it's, you know, it's a watch that you could go diving with. Solid end links on the bracelet there. Let's just pop it on the wrist, and there you go. So for the same money, if not less money, you could get a real decent bit of horological importance with regards to, you know, the company Seiko, and I just think that's a fantastic watch. When you can put, you know, you put that up against a TW Steel watch, and this is going to absolutely destroy it in every way, in my opinion. So there you have it. That's my, you know, three watches at different price points, all miles better in my opinion than the TW Steel watches. You know, these are just watches out of my collection. There's tons of watches out there that are better value than those kind of overpriced watches that are all about marketing. It took me very little effort to come up with 3 good viable alternatives. I mean, I've got loads of other alternatives that you would be better off, in my opinion, getting over one of those watches. You know, the Seiko SKX, for instance, you know, it's a fantastic watch. You know, it's a film icon and all that kind of stuff. And you know, what are you getting with these TW Steels? There's no intrinsic value in them once you've worn them for a little while. Again, I've got no issues if people want to buy them and they want to spend their money on those because they like the designs. That's entirely up to them. This is just about, and what Jory did in the Time Teller, it's just about giving you options and giving people ideas about other what we believe are better options out there. So thanks for watching. Watch the Time, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.